Hey guys, this is Daquan here, and I'm back with another creepypasta. Now this is my masterpiece. I worked really hard on this one, and I hope you all enjoy it. It's about a serial killer. Well, I give you Bloodlust. Human flesh, so fragile and delicate,
John, please stop. I'm
yet
sorry.
so beautiful
Please let me
and
go.
precious,
I promise I won't tell anyone.
like a brilliant
Please,
ruby
John. What
shining
did I ever do
in the
to you?
moon's light,
Please,
like the sky as
John,
the
I have a
sun
family.
sets for the day.
John, I thought you loved me.
Mankind
Stop.
has many desires:
Please.
money, power, fame, sex, and love. But mine is bloodshed. Watching my victims bleed to death, gurgling on their own blood, violently shaking on the ground with their pathetic attempts of trying to stop bleeding. As their blood trickles to the floor, it brings a certain pleasure to me. Now this is true art. November 17th. I work for an Italian restaurant named Benevito's. The kitchen is an extremely dangerous place. You can cut your finger off with ease if you're not careful enough. You can melt your skin with hot greases if you don't cook it properly. Just one simple drop of water could cause a massive ton of grease to splash on you. Tonight I was closing with one of my coworkers, Dan, when I had my accident. It wasn't as bad as you think. I was just cleaning the floors really fast because I was trying to get out of that place. When I was finishing up with a squeegee, I went a little too fast and cut my pinky along the edge of the grill. I didn't have my heat gloves on, which caused blood to spew out of my pinky. "Oh shit, man, what the hell happened?" Dan had asked. "I just cut myself on the edge of the grill." My manager then came out to see what the big commotion was about. "Wow, you need to stop the bleeding right now." He then grabbed a large cloth to seal up the wound. There was so much blood just coming from one cut. The ambient red liquid leaked down my hand, leaving small puddles of blood beneath me. I never bled this much before, and never realized how warm blood was. As I stared at my hand in amazement, my manager Cody looked at me strange. "Are you okay, John?" "Yeah, of course. I just never realized how precious blood was." Okay, man." He then cleaned my wound and bandaged it up. "Thanks, Cody." "No problem. Just call me tomorrow and tell me how you're doing." "Alright." Dan had asked for a ride. When I drove him home, he was rambling on and on about how he hated that job and that he was making more money at his old job as a telemarketer. I really wasn't paying attention though. I just thought of how much blood came from one small cut. When I got home to my house, I crashed on my bed. Well, that's all. Good night. November 18th. Today at work, everyone said little jokes to me about how I cut my pinky. "Hey John, be careful. You don't want to cut yourself while washing your hands." Ha ha, damn assholes. Well, that's all for today. Not much really happened. November 19th. Today at work, I decided to ask this one girl out on a date to the movies. Her name is Karen. She's so beautiful. I'm taking her ice skating as well, and hopefully back to my place. I don't need to explain why either. We're going out tomorrow, the day where I'm actually off. November 20th. Wow, today was absolutely amazing. The date, by the way, was a huge success. Karen didn't know how to ice skate, so I had to teach her. Haha, she kept falling so much, but I could tell she enjoyed every single second of it. Oh, that beautiful smile that emitted brightly like the sunshine. We didn't go to the movies. However, we did go out to eat to this Mexican restaurant that I forgot the name of. The food was actually pretty good. After dinner, I drove her home. Unfortunately, she didn't come home with me. Before I walked her to her room, she gave me a kiss and said we should do this again. Wow, I could tell we'll soon be dating. I liked her so much. November 21st. Today at work, it was really slow. I mean, it was a Monday. What would you expect? Good thing I get off at 5. Perhaps after work I can get a bite to eat and head home and watch some TV. November 22nd. Today I saw Karen. We talked about the date. I asked if she had anything planned tomorrow night. She said no. Maybe we can go meet up at my place, Karen, and I could cook for you. Sure, okay, that sounds cool. When I got off, I immediately headed to the grocery store. There was a man begging for her money. I felt so bad for him. It was cold outside, so I handed him a $5 bill. Thanks, young man. God bless your soul. When I got home, I texted Karen, telling her she really loved what I was making, and it's a surprise. She replied with a, I can't wait. November 23rd. I picked Karen up around 5 p.m. and we headed to my place and began preparing dinner. Chicken stir fry. Karen offered to help. I'll chop up the vegetables. Okay, thanks. I'll just heat up the pan and put the cut up chicken in there. While I was washing the pan, Karen had cut herself. Oh shit, are you okay? When I went over to her, I seen blood trickling down her finger to her hand and arm, dripping all over my floor. I then got a feeling. I was aroused by the sight. Oh, how precious her blood was. So delicate with a beautiful red color. I then grabbed a towel to stop the bleeding. You gotta be careful, Karen, okay? She nodded. Here, hold this cloth on there while I fetch some alcohol wipes. When I came back, I ran her hand under warm water, cleaned her cut up and bandaged it. I'll cut up everything else. You just go settle down and watch some TV. The food was finally done, and we ate while watching a couple of movies together. I then told her my feelings for her, as she did with me. We were now dating. She said she was ready to go home, so I drove her home and kissed her goodbye. November 24th. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I went over my parents' house, where all my family usually went for the holidays. My mom had forgotten some eggs for a few dishes she needed and told me to run to the store real quick, 'cause they close at 3. When I got there, the same homeless man was asking for money. When I got off the store, I told him come with me to my family's dinner. He complied immediately. My family welcomed him in. His name was Joe, and he became homeless because of drug abuse. As we ate dinner, we all laughed having a great time. I then left with Joe. Thank you so much, young man. You have a truly blessed heart. No problem, Gramps. Hey, where you staying tonight? Just drop me off at the grocery store. I'll be okay from there. Nah, you can stay with me for the night. I mean, come on. It's the holidays. When we got to my house, I drawed Joe some bath water and threw his old ragged clothes away, replacing them with new ones. Thank you again. It's okay. As Joe was relaxing in the tub, I relaxed on my couch. A few minutes later, Joe yelled with pain. I rushed to the bathroom and saw he had fell onto the floor with a cut on his arm. Oh shit, are you okay, Joe? Yeah, just cut my arm on the edge of the sink. When I saw that blood was trickling down his arm, I got that feeling of lust and hunger for blood. Oh, how it rushed through my body. Be right back, Joe. I have to grab the first aid kit, but I really was grabbing a knife. When I got back to the bathroom, Joe saw the knife in my hand. Holy shit, man, what are you doing? Oh, nothing, Joe, just relax. I began slitting his arms, stabbing his chest 23 times. Oh, how amazing the rush felt surging through my body. He put up a fight, though, but because of his injuries, he didn't last long. I stared at his now lifeless corpse. Blood everywhere. Now this is true art. I then went into the kitchen and grabbed some bleach and trash bags to clean the mess. Where am I going to put the body? November 25th. I knew exactly where to put the body. At this old hiking trail my family and I used to take. I would just bury the body deep in the woods tomorrow. November 26th. I called off of work and told them I was sick because of a stomach virus. Karen offered to come over, but I rejected, telling her I didn't want to get her sick too. I'm surprised no one noticed me dragging a huge duffel bag out of my house and onto the trail. I guess everyone was still with their family. The body was buried 2 miles deep into the woods and 7 feet under the earth. November 27th. Work was busy. I didn't really talk to anyone today and got off around 12. Well, good night. November 28th. Karen came over and we had fun. Watched a few movies and ate some popcorn. I think she may just be the one. November 29th. That damn cashier pissed me off today. She had the nerve to get an attitude with me when I simply asked if I had to swipe or insert my card. It's been so long since I shed blood. She may be my next masterpiece. November 30th. As soon as I got off work, which was at 5, I went straight to the grocery store. And surprise, surprise, she was there. When she got off, she walked outside towards what I assumed to be home. I followed her. Hey miss, it's pretty cold outside. Do you need a ride? When she noticed it was me, she nervously said no. Aw man, are you sure? It's 10 degrees outside. Come on in. No thank you. Okay. I pulled off and turned around the corner. As I did this, she immediately calmed down. I then drove back around and parked my car where she wouldn't see it. Walking up to her with complete silence in my step so she wouldn't notice me, I covered her mouth and knocked her clean out with chloroform. pulling her to my car and driving back to my place. Good thing it was in a dark night in a vacant street. As I carried her into my house, I had to wait a few hours until she woke up. "Oh, you're finally up." Took long enough. She began violently shaking in the chair I tied her to. Mumbling screams came from her duct-taped mouth. "I'll remove the tape if you calm down." She then calmed down, and I removed the tape like I promised. "You sick fuck, what are you doing?" "Remember that day you cussed me out for not knowing if I should swipe or insert my card?" Tears began to stream down her face when she saw the knife in my hand. "Listen, I'm sorry, okay? Please don't hurt me." "Do you like art?" I asked her. "Wait, what are you talking about?" "Do you like art?" Yeah. Sure, I love to paint." No, no, no. That's not true art." "Well, what is it?" she asked. I replied simply with, "True art is bloodshed." That lustful feeling then began surging through my body. It felt like the power awoken. I slit her arm and then her stomach, pulling her intestines out and the other various organs out of her body. Oh, how warm they felt. Oh, how beautiful the sight was. She screamed in agonizing pain. Too bad no one could hear her because my basement was soundproof. As her body began to die, I looked at her. Blood was oozing out of her mouth. I kissed her soft lips and then whispered in her ear, "This is my art." December 5th. Wow, it's been a long time since I recorded myself. Well, so much has happened since my last art piece. I've been calling off of work due to sickness and not feeling well. Karen came over 2 days ago checking up on me. She's such an amazing woman. I took the body to the same place I buried Joe. On December 4th, Karen asked when was I coming back to work. I told her maybe next week. "Okay, I miss you, John." "I miss you too, Karen." She then drove home. December 12th. Screw that job. I don't care about it anymore. I just decided to stop calling and eventually they fired me. Who gives a shit? I need more blood to shed. I need more art pieces. But who? I know just who. December 13th. I decided to invite my family over for a large dinner. They asked what's it for. I told them because I'm a cook at a better, well-paying restaurant. They're coming over tomorrow. December 14th. Today was an absolute success. Never have I seen so much blood in one night. For dinner, I made lasagna, garlic bread, and baked chicken. But I added a little spice to my meal. Rat poisoning. My family began foaming out of the mouth. I then began slicing away at them. Blood sprayed on the floor and table like a canvas with paint getting splattered on it. Some tried to fight. Their pathetic attempts only got them killed. Oh, how I wish you were there to witness my best piece. The one I left last was my little cousin. He's only 4. He was so cute and adorable, looking at me with those puppy dog eyes. Goodbye, Nathan. December 20th. The mess took over 5 hours to clean. I just threw the bodies in the basement. Who cares if the cops come? December 25th. I invited Karen over for Christmas. She was so beautiful with that perfect white dress. I'll talk to you later. December 25th. Karen, come down in the basement. I want to show you your gift. Okay. God, John, it smells terrible down here. Why are you recording us? Wait. Why are you closing the door? And what are those large bags over there? Are those your parents? That's it. I'm calling the cops. Hello, 911? I need... Wait! John! Human flesh, so fragile and delicate,
John,
yet so
please stop.
beautiful
Sorry.
and
Please
precious,
let me go. I promise I won't tell anyone.
like a brilliant
Please stop.
ruby
What did
shining
I ever do to you?
in the moon's light,
Please.
like the
John, I have
sky
a family.
as the
John, I
sun
thought
sets
you
for
loved
the
me.
day.
Stop.
Mankind has many desires. Money, power, fame, sex, and love. But mine is bloodshed. Watching my victims bleed to death, gurgling on their own blood, violently shaking on the ground with their pathetic attempts of trying to stop the bleeding as their blood trickles to the floor in a beautiful puddle of red. It brings a certain pleasure to me. Now this is true art. This is the cops. Open the door now. Open the door now or we will bust in. Sir, put down your weapon now and get on the floor. Put down your weapon now or we will shoot. What is art to you, officer? Get on the floor now! Do you think painting is art? Or do you think sculpting clay is art? If you do, you're all wrong. Sir, we will shoot. Stop walking towards me and get on the floor now. That's an order. This is my art. Bloodshed.